Star Trek Picard Season 2. The finale just aired last night. The second season of Star Trek Picard features the character of Jean-Luc Picard in the year 2401, when he and his companions are trapped in an alternate reality by Q. Q, very well-known, popular character from The Next Generation. Q tells Picard that this is his ultimate trial. Like, this is everything's been leading to this. He put Picard on trial a few times in The Next Generation. This one seems a little more personal. Patrick Stewart, of course, stars as Picard, reprising his role from the series Star Trek The Next Generation. So, Star Trek Picard Season 1, I didn't love it, but it was mostly pretty good. It was really cool to see Patrick Stewart back as Picard, even though he's pretty different from how he used to be, but you would expect him to be. 30 years later, he's retired. There was a kind of traumatic event that, he was part of as an admiral in Starfleet that kind of messed him up, caused him to retire. He's kind of at odds with Starfleet in Season 1. But generally, I really liked the new characters, like Rios. Definitely my favorite new character was Rios, and all of his, emergency holograms that he hung out with on his ship. There was definitely some weird plotting and tonal inconsistencies with Season 1, but overall, I was cool with it because, like I said in the Strange New Worlds review, a lot of Star Trek shows start off a little rocky. And I'm willing to give them some time to get their shit together. That said, I think Season 2 was worse. There's some really cool elements in Season 2, but overall it was really, really difficult for me to stay invested in the story and a lot of the characters, even the characters I like. There was a couple episodes in, I guess, the middle toward the end of Season 2 where I was just like struggling to pay attention as I was watching it. I'm just like, what is this about? Everybody's doing a good job. The cast is doing a great job and everything, but the writing is definitely subpar. I feel like there was a lot of kind of callbacks to, other, The Next Generation and other stuff that was kind of jammed into this season, I guess, as fan service, and I'm not usually one who complains about fan service. Like, if you want to write something, that's kind of fan servicey into something, to go, hey, remember this or whatever, that's fine, as long as it's done in a way that it doesn't take you out of the show or the movie. But like with this season, the writing in general is kind of so sloppy that whenever they would do a fan service moment, it would be like, oh yeah, cool. But wait, that's the most exciting thing that happened in this episode. So like, there'd be some little fan servicey thing that's like, all right. But then I would realize that, wait, I don't care about much else that's going on. Now I'm just thinking about this fan service they did. That's not good. You don't want to take somebody out of the immersion kind of thing. As I've said before, immersion is my number one, gauge for how much I enjoy something. If I'm taken out of it or if I'm not able to get into it in the first place and so on, that's going to really knock points off for me. There was some stuff in there that I think was done pretty well, like I said, but yeah, overall, pretty sloppy. I really hope that Season 3 is better. It seems like it might be because, they've announced that basically the full cast from Star Trek The Next Generation is joining in Season 3. And it became clear by the end of this season that they were also kind of knocking some of the new characters out of this show to make room for the old characters from TNG. I don't want to give too much away. At the same time, I don't know that anybody really cares. But like Agnes Jurati, a character from the first season who I didn't really like, but that she was kind of also written to not be liked. She was written as a kind of duplicitous, troubled character that you're not supposed to fully trust. And she's definitely had some ethical issues. They, surprisingly, they actually found something to do with her in Season 2 that was a fitting fate for her, I feel like. What she did in Season 1 was almost, I don't want to say unforgivable, but it's hard to move past the thing that she did in Season 1 and see her as like a character you can get on board with. So what they did with her in Season 2 kind of made sense and was one of the more satisfying things about Season 2. Biggest complaint: not enough Elnor. If you watch season 1, then you know who Elnor is. He's a Romulan, basically warrior monk who, he bonds himself to lost causes and basically fights for lost causes. And he's an awesome character. I actually really related to him because he follows the way of absolute candor, where he just says exactly what he's thinking and feeling all the time. And me being on the spectrum, I have, as I like to call it, the autism formerly known as Asperger's. We don't call it that anymore because Asperger was a Nazi and so on. But like, yeah, that's what I have. And it's like, I relate to it because in my life, I've gotten in trouble a lot and upset people by just saying what I think or feel, going back to when I was a little kid. And it's like, I don't always understand the social barriers that most people apply whenever they're, talking to other people. And some people appreciate that about me. A lot of people don't. But yeah, I really like Elnor for that because it really spoke to me. And yeah, not enough Elnor in this season, though, sadly. The best thing about season 2 is the relationship between Picard and Q, which again, not enough of it. Like, there's so much stuff going on in season 2 that they focus on that was just not as compelling as, some of the other stuff that I would have liked to see a lot more of. But yeah, overall, I'd say if you liked season 1 of Picard, give season 2 a shot. There's some good stuff in there, but overall, you might be disappointed. I really am hoping that they get their shit figured out for season 3, especially bringing back all the cast of the Next Generation. We'll see, but it really sucks to think that I'm glad it's getting a season 3, because if Picard ended on this season, it would be a pretty big disappointment.